Jon Ingham after the Enterprise CEO meetup in London. Jon, please introduce yourself first and then answer my question for this interview series. What's the state of social collaboration within the UK?
Okay. I'm a HR consultant, do a lot of work around innovation, technology, and increasingly social business as well. So moving on to the question, I think it's very positive, very dynamic. I don't know, I sort of feel in one way that we talk less about social business than we perhaps were doing a couple of years ago, but there are more social businesses around. There are more organisations that know that their success depends upon being social, doing collaboration, bringing their people together. And as an HR consultant, my own personal perspective is HR is very much at the heart of creating that type of organisation. I'm having a lot of fun and keeping busy.
What are the drivers behind the idea of getting social?
They're different. I still think the main driver tends to be technology, the sort of move to digital, the move to mobile and so on. I think that tends to be the wrong driver. I do think the idea that we were talking about sort of 5 years ago, that you could bring social technologies into the organisation and experiment about using wikis and different things, and that would help me become more social. I think that's largely been disproved. And my own personal perspective is the attempt to introduce social into process, into the workflow. I don't think that's getting there either. I think what works is introducing or being a social business, introducing social into the culture. And that's what I'm noticing more and more organisations doing. They don't just want to do the social technology. They understand that technology is one of the biggest drivers around the world at the moment. So of course they want to use technology, but that's not what it's about. The driver is to improve the effectiveness of the organisation, the collaboration of the people, the connectedness of all of the people across departments, across functions and so on. And it's when the driver is that I think social business works much more effectively.
What about the HR people in the UK? Are they understanding the potentials of social?
It's a big community. There's a lot of people who've still not heard. Well, I think most people have heard about social media these days. There's a lot of HR people that have never. They might have seen a couple of videos on YouTube, and that will be about it. But we've got some great HR practitioners, and we've got some very social HR practitioners as well. HR people who really do understand the power of culture, how engagement can be shaped, how collaboration can be enhanced, and are doing terrific things in this area. Who are involved in the technology agenda as well, but are also involved in organisation design, team design, organisation development, reward policies that ensure that everybody is collaborating, in reshaping their performance management, in recruiting people who use social media and are natural collaborators. There's a lot going on, and I'm very proud of what we accomplish in HR, and certainly, if I was in a business, if I was the chief executive of a business, wanting to make my organisation a social business, I would appoint my HR person as the head of that effort. IT needs to be involved, but it's not about the technology. It's about people, it's about culture, it's about relationships, and most organisations, it's the HR people who understand that more than anybody else.
But do I understand it right? You would not say that the UK CEOs in general understand the importance or the important role of the HR in this game yet?
Well, again, that's mixed. Some CEOs, yes, others, no. I'm biased. I work mainly with HR people. The predominant perspective that I get from HR is that a lot of HR people understand what social business is about. They understand why organisations need to be people-centred, collaborative, why they need to be built upon cultures and the benefits that can produce, their chief executives don't get the plot. Now, clearly, some CEOs do. And there are some great examples out there of CEOs doing wonderful social things and their HR departments are hardly involved. But in the main, HR knows what's needed. They just haven't been able to develop the right sort of conversations within their businesses with the chief executives to introduce the sort of transformational changes this involves. So, give them a go, speak to them. Some do, some don't. If they're not on the hammer, don't get put off. That's only part of the equation. They've still got lots of other great ideas that they can offer.
Great. Thank you for the interview.